This is yet another confirmation that Russia always lies.
The mayor of Chernihiv, which is north of Ukraine's capital, telling CNN there was a colossal mortar attack in the center of his city Wednesday. And in Kyiv, rocket fire reverberating, hours after Russia said it was scaling back its push in both this region and Chernihiv.
And they are saying about the reducing intensity, they actually have increased the intensity of strikes.
Moscow promised a drawdown during ongoing peace talks, but there's plenty of doubt that will hold up, coming from Ukrainian officials and the West, 5 weeks into Russia's invasion.
Yesterday, information right now the Russian forces move away from Kyiv is not true. We listen to a huge explosion east of Kyiv and north of Kyiv. It's means battles there. The people died.
The Pentagon says there's been some recent movement of Russian units away from Kyiv, but just in small numbers.
But we believe that this is a repositioning, not a real withdrawal, and that we all should be prepared to watch for a major offensive against other areas of Ukraine.
New drone footage shows the devastation from shelling in eastern Ukraine. Overnight, the country's president said his forces are not reducing their defensive efforts. While there are positive signs from negotiations with Moscow, he explains, this does not drown out the blows of Russian shells, adding Ukrainians are not naive.
I don't know whether you can hear, but the air raid siren is going off here, and I'm in Lviv.
The split between what Russia says and does questioned during an interview by Britain's Channel 4 with Russia's deputy ambassador to the UN.
You told me at the beginning of this interview that you're only concentrating on Donbass. Why are you sending anything into Lviv airspace in the west of Ukraine? This has got nothing to do with Donbass. It's hundreds of miles away.
First of all, there might be some military installations. Secondly, that might be some weaponry sent by the West, which is a legitimate target for us, as it was declared.
Do you really believe everything you're saying? I mean, I know it's your job to say this, but do you really believe it?
According to the latest UN intel assessment, Russian units suffering heavy losses have been forced to return to Belarus and Russia to reorganize and resupply. And Russia will likely continue to compensate for its reduced ground maneuver capability through mass artillery and missile strikes.